Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Munnoh. I am back again with another beautiful hand fan tutorial. This bridal hand fan is made from Asooke. If you're interested in this video, please keep watching. Before we start, let's get familiar with the materials we're going to be working with. For this tutorial, you will need your Asooke fabric. You will also need your hand fan skeleton. For this tutorial, I am using this wooden fan skeleton. If you do not have a wooden skeleton or you do not have access to it, you can use mako to make your skeleton. You can also use the traditional hand fan, or you can use the plastic skeleton. So you need some form of glue, hot glue, B6000, E6000, whatever you can find. You need hot wire, you need foam, you need your template. So I already made my templates, which I'm going to be using to trace out the pattern that I am working with. I forgot to show you some other materials in this video. So you will need your cup chain. You will see that when we get to use it. So you will need that. You will need your alphabet to embellish your hand fan. All right, so moving on, I'm going to be using the template that I already cut out to be tracing the pattern on my Asooke. This template is easy to make. You can just draw out any shape that you want and then cut it out on a cardboard. That will serve as your template. So you're not limited, you can make any shape that you want. All right, so I am also using my soldering iron, which I have already preheated, and I am using it to trace out my fabric. If you notice, I folded the strip of Asooke into 2 equal halves before placing my template on it, and I use that to trace it out. So when I trace it out, I have 2 pieces of my pattern. All right. This is what it should look like if you trace it out correctly. Then I'm going to go ahead to open that end of the pattern that I just cut out. Okay, there's a reason for opening that. You will see it pretty soon. Here is my hat wire that I've already cut out. So basically what I did was to take the measurement of the template that I cut out and then added 1 inch to it. Okay, so I am going to apply my glue to that hat wire that I cut out, then insert it in the middle of that pattern. Okay, then I'm going to seal the edges with my gum. I prefer to use my soft gum for this one as opposed to using the hot glue. Okay, because I don't want it to come through. I don't want it to be messy. Go ahead and apply a bit of pressure to the fabric so that it seals it up nicely. Then I am going to do the same thing for all the other ones. All right, the next step is to use my cup chain to embellish. This is what they call cup chain. I actually didn't know the name of this thing until I went to the market to source for it, and they told me it's called cup chain. I don't know what it is called where you are, but here it is called cup chain. So I am just going to put my glue on the edges of the pattern, and I will take the chain and run it around. Okay, so I'll just glue it down around the edges of the pattern. If you're interested in making the same exact design of hand fan that I did, please know that I used about 29 pieces of this pattern to make the hand fan. Okay, so you might want to put that into consideration when you are making yours. So I get this question a lot when I make tutorial videos like this. People always asking how much they could charge for this, handwork. The truth of the matter is I can't sit here and tell you how much to charge for your craft. There are a lot of things that go into pricing for every product. My pricing may not be the same with yours, so I'm going to make a separate video addressing this question. Okay, so please stay tuned. I would upload that video pretty soon. Okay, so this is all the templates, all the patterns rather, embellished and all looking nice. Okay, the next step is to begin the actual hand fan making. Now, using that little foam that I showed you earlier, we're going to use it to wrap around the handle of the skeleton. It's wooden skeleton, it is flat, and it feels weird when you hold it just like that. So I usually like to wrap up that end. Anytime I am not padding the whole body of the hand fan, I will usually just wrap up the hand with this foam so that it gives a bit of comfort for the customer to hold, you know, when they use it. Okay, so using my hot glue, I'm going to stick that foam to the hand of the skeleton. The next thing I'm going to do is to use a matching fabric to cover the board.
From London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
After covering my skeleton, I am going to use my scissors to open up that handle part so that the place where the customer would put her hand is visible again. If you made it this far into this video and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, why aren't you subscribed yet? Please consider subscribing so that you become a part of this family. When you do, please turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Go ahead and trim out the excess fabric so that your skeleton has a beautiful shape before we move on to the actual design. The next step is to use your trimmings to design the handle of the hand fan. You're not limited to this type of trimming that I used. You can use any trimming that you can find, okay, as long as it makes your work beautiful. It is time to add your alphabet embellishment to your hand fan. The alphabet embellishment depends on what your customer wants you to write on their hand fan, okay? So whatever name they ask you to write, that is what you're going to put at this point. I'm only doing this on one side of the hand fan. Usually, I would arrange the letters on the board to see exactly where I want it to sit and how it will look when it is glued down. Once I am happy with the placement, I will now go ahead and use my glue to, glue them permanently to the board. It's important that you use a good glue for this part. You can use your hot glue, or you can use a strong glue like B6000, E6000, or T9000 like the one I am using in this case, okay? The trick to avoiding glue stains on your fabric when you're doing something like this is to use a little glue at the back of your alphabet. Do not put so much that it covers up the whole place, and by the time you now apply pressure, the glue will spill over. So just put a tiny dot at the center, especially if you're using hot glue. Put a tiny dot at the center of the alphabet, and when you apply pressure on it, after placing it on the board, the glue will now spread out, okay? But if you're using T9000 like the one I'm using, it's important that you spread the glue. It doesn't really spread out so much, so put enough to hold it to the fabric or to your board. Now to the star of the show. We're going to be using our patterns on the board now to design the board, okay? So for this part, I am going to be using my hot glue. I forgot to mention that the 1 inch I left on the hat wire, you would have to cut them out later on. That is after you have sealed the pattern. That 1 inch was for you to have something to hold on to while you're putting your glue and inserting it into the pattern. After that, you no longer need it, so you need to use your cutter to cut it out. The essence of using hat wire inside the pattern is to give it some form of stability. Without that hat wire, that Asooke is going to be wobbly and it will not stand. So it's important that you use your hat wire inside the pattern. This is what it looks like after putting the first layer. Our design is beginning to take shape. The next thing is to go on with the second layer of the pattern. Mark chapter 8 verse 36 says, "What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and lose his own soul?" Jesus is interested in everything you do. He's interested in your business and he's interested in your success. Give him a chance today. Second layer is done. Our hand fan is looking very beautiful. It is time to finish up with our trimmings. Use beautiful trimmings to give your hand fan a facelift, okay? I'm going to do this for the front and the back as well. Don't go anywhere so that you see how I finish off the back. I'd like to say a big shout out to my returning subscribers and my paid subscribers as well. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And then to the new subscribers, to you who is just seeing this channel for the first time, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. Also leave me a comment in the comment section. If you have questions, please leave it in the comment section. Like this video, share this video with your friends. When you do, YouTube actually favors this video. It tells YouTube that More people like you need to see this video, and then they will push it out to the right people. Okay, you're not paying to watch this. The only way you can encourage me is by liking this video and leaving me a comment. It encourages me to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. Do you know that I have an exclusive paid membership part of this channel where I post exclusive Gele videos for my members only. So if you want to have access to this Gele videos that you see on the channels but then you're not able to watch them, it is because they are paid. So join my channel membership so that you can have access to them. There are levels to this membership, so pick the one that is suitable for you and then join. All right, until I come your way next time, please stay safe and stay blessed.